Olive the Lion.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about a topic that makes some people on the internet so more than a fursuiter in Texas, and that is LGBTQ education. Now, before we get into this video, I would like to state that I am both an LGBTQ person myself as well as an educator. I have been teaching preschool for 2 years now, and so I think I'm fairly knowledgeable on this. Also, sorry if I'm looking down a lot. I am reading the script off my phone while recording on my tablet. Okay, let's do this. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Olive, you're a drag performer. Are you going to tell me that queer education is just teaching second graders how to perfectly glue down their eyebrows and pick the right set of lashes? And as much as I think the world would be a much more fabulous place if everyone knew how to do their makeup, that's not what we're talking about. Lately, there's been this massive panic that normalizing queer identities for kids is some kind of secret mission to indoctrinate them. But today, I want to pull back the curtain. I want to talk to you about the way that queer education actually is. Why waiting till someone is 16 is a dangerous game, and how a little bit of knowledge can save lives. So let's clear the air. When we talk about age-appropriate LGBTQ education for young kids, we aren't talking about sex. Not at all. We're talking about existence. For a 6 or 7-year-old, 6-7, queer education looks like a book about a penguin with 2 dads. It looks like a teacher saying, some people feel like boys, some people feel like girls, and some feel like both, or neither. And all of those are okay. It's the same way we teach kids that some people speak Spanish, or some people use wheelchairs. It's about teaching them that the world is big, it's diverse, and that difference isn't a threat. If we can teach a kid that a prince can marry a princess, why is it suddenly adult content to suggest a prince could marry a prince? It's the same story, just a different character. The only thing making it weird is the baggage adults project onto it. At the end of the day, when we argue about whether kids should know queer people exist, we aren't just arguing about politics. We're arguing about whether or not it's okay for a child to feel safe in their own skin. As a preschool educator, I see every day just how much kids want to be loved and understood. As a non-binary lesbian who grew up without that understanding, I know exactly what it feels like to be drowned in the silence. Now, I'm not just coming at this from a teacher who loves their students. I'm coming at this with data. When people argue against inclusive education, they often ignore the major medical and educational organizations that have been studying this and its impact for decades. The American Academy of Pediatrics has stated that comprehensive and age-appropriate education regarding gender and sexuality is essential. Why? Because according to their research, children as young as the age of 4 have a stable sense of gender identity. If we wait until they're 16 to tell them their identity is valid, we've already missed over a decade of their development. And this is not just about identity, it's about safety. GLSEN's National School Climate Survey consistently finds that LGBTQ+ students in schools with inclusive curricula, meaning they see themselves in their history books or their classroom discussions, feel significantly safer. Students in these schools are less likely to miss class due to safety concerns and are 60% less likely to hear homophobic remarks from teachers or staff. Inclusive education doesn't just mean helping queer kids, it creates a culture that respects and protects everyone from bullying. There's also an article from the Journal of Homosexuality that highlights how early childhood LGBTQ inclusion reduces social stigma when kids learn early on that diversity is a normal part of life. They don't grow up to be the bullies. When we talk about important education, we aren't talking about political agenda. We are talking about evidence-based practices that reduce depression, lower suicide rates, and create a kinder generation. Queer education isn't about making kids different. It's about making sure that the kids who are different know they have a place in this world. It's about giving them a life jacket before they even hit the water. So, to the parents, the teachers, and the allies out there, don't be afraid of this conversation. Know that knowledge doesn't take away childhood, it protects it. And to the kids or teens watching who feel like I did back in middle school, you aren't a mistake, you aren't broken, and you don't have to wait until you're 16 to be proud of who you are.